everyone, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Real quickly, out with the old and with the new. Let's check this stuff out. Alright, I just wanted to take this time while we're getting everything set up to thank all my subscribers, all you guys tuning in, for making this all possible. And I wanted to give a special shout out to a fellow Gromie of mine and a good buddy, Lingy Poo, for hooking us up with the tent and the light and one more. A 19-inch bull trimmer. This thing is massive. Like, this is gonna half my work in no time. Beautiful. Like, couldn't be more thankful for all your guys' support and everything that you guys have done. So, again, I'd like to thank all you guys tuning in, all my subscribers. The likes and the subscriptions go a long way to meet our goals, and big special shout out to Lingy Poo for making this all possible. I know in my earlier videos I was ranting and raving and my tent was falling apart and stuff like that. I didn't have side doors to work with, so doing the one plant, the 4x4, was pretty difficult, and so everything was falling apart. This is huge. Thank you very much. Before I forget, the light we got there is a TS3000. So we'll see how she does in 2025. Popped out of the box. The driver, I just do that stuff on there. So we're gonna run it in the tent. Also came with cable so I can, what's the term for it now? Connect a bunch of others. I'm not gonna, there's a couple different terms. I know the audio term for all those audio files and stuff. And then we got some cool stickers, so again, huge shout out to all you guys, and let's just take a look at what's going on. So we kind of got everything all over the place. In the meantime, since our last video, we've taken our fans and we've cleaned them the best we can, probably give them another once over. And anything we've missed with like a Q-tip or anything, being careful not to damage any of our electronic parts and stuff like that. I apologize for talking under my breath because it is kind of late and I'm still working on it. So we're going to be setting up a bunch of our air ventilation and stuff like that. With this one, a little behind the scenes look. I'm waiting on more black duct, this flexi duct stuff, because light leak issues with the 3x3 tent, so I gotta get some more and run some. We are going to take these two tents and we're gonna run them, this guy here, this guy here, to this T. So we're going to exhaust both tents, the 3x3 and this 4x4, through this 4-inch Vivo Sun, like I have previously. People have been asking me questions and stuff. So this is how I do it. We're going to exhaust those, and then with another T, we're going to run an intake, just for example, for any of the viewers tuning in. And we're going to run this. With our T, we're going to have our fresh air intake on either one coming out into the T, into this one. And, you know, for anyone tuning in and stuff like that, give you an idea, you can run it however you want. You could tuck it in a window for fresh air intake. You could, you know, make like a false floor vent or whatever to your living room, wherever the family spends most time, for some of that ambient CO2. So just taking a look at that, if that makes any sense. And I'll show you guys, because we are taking out the two 5-pars. Might end up running them over here in the 3x3. So I'll go into how the whole air circulation and airflow works. Each tent's gonna get a floor fan and one that hangs in the corner. I only got one CO2 meter, so it's not like it's really going to matter. So one of them is going to get the CO2 meter and all that. And we're also going to make sure all of our connections are sealed properly with duct tape, not this duct tape. but this duct tape, for the reason being, whether it's summer, winter's coming here, but we're in the dead of summer, this stuff is not for the proper application, like doesn't stick with the heat, so on and so forth. And yeah, without going into too much crazy detail about that, so coming over to my other space here, just take this door. This is the 4x4. It's a big mess. We're all cleaning everything up here. But just to give an example, that's that little room right there. In the past, because opening the tent inside there, the smell coming out, we would have like a carbon filter, and we'd have that running, pulling all the stinky air out of here. And we'd close the door behind us. Then we'd open up this 2x4 here, and we got our fresh air, our intake here, coming down through, and then our hot air exhaust coming up over and down, and I run my inline fans outside of the tent. So obviously we got a lot to still clean up here and everything like that. So that's where we're at, guys. We're just waiting on 25-foot hose there. To be honest, with this one here, I'll probably take that black hose and Mickey Mouse it, tape it up with this, just for this case study, I guess, with this whole airflow thing, just to give you guys some different ideas, you guys tuning in, with different ways we can run our air circulation and stuff. So again, just to cover that behind the scenes before, I'm going to make another video with the tent setup with all the air and stuff flowing, and then run the lights, but we're going to exhaust our air from the tops of these two up out through this 4-inch plumbing tee, through our 4-inch inline, 6-inch would work better. And then again with another tee, we're gonna have our fresh air intake from both of these strung up into this girl here. And then we're gonna duct tape it to this, and for example, you could have this air intake or fresh air intake going to a lung room, let your imagination run wild. So in the meantime, that's what we're going to do. That's where we're at, and we will give you guys an update later and a tent setup video. And I guess this is pretty self-explanatory. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll get back to you guys soon with new tent, how we run this, and how it works, and all that jazz, and start the new ones from seed to harvest. So everything's all sterilized. 4x4, 4x2 is pretty straightforward. So yeah. So anyways, I gotta get back to it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.